Hey everyone, and welcome to this week's video. We're going to be talking about selling art in person. So if you have ever had the dream of selling your photographs or paintings or anything like that in person, I'm going to give you some tips on what I do to sell my art in person. So stay tuned. Welcome back. So we're going to be talking about how to sell art in person this week. So I'm going to give you a few tips on what I do to sell art in person. So first of all, there's a couple different ways you can do it. There are art festivals and farmers markets, art galleries and street fairs. I do a little of all of it, and I've been doing it for probably about 15 years now. And one of the things that I have found is trying to find communities that are art buyers. So whether those are places that people are visiting like tourists, or communities that have some upscale houses, those are places where people like to buy art. You know, it's fun to be in some hipster kind of places, but typically they're not big art buyers except for maybe wearable jewelry or clothes. So bear that in mind when you're selecting a place, is that you are finding an audience that's going to buy your art. Alright, another tip is to try to consider whether or not you're going to do limited editions or open editions when it comes to photography. I do all mine as limited edition. I see that as a little more art as opposed to opening it up, where just about anyone can buy as many as they want. This makes them a little bit more valuable by limiting how many you do it. I limit my pictures to 100 a piece, but you can do it however you feel you want to do. So whether that's a limited of 10 or 1,000, it's up to you. But I like to limit my pictures to a certain amount, making them more valuable. All right, another tip for you is having a little bit of variety. I like to not just sell the pictures on the wall, but I have prints. I also have art cards, pillows, coasters, bookmarks, magnets. These things are small and makes it easy for just about anyone to buy something of your art. You don't always do a huge markup on those things, but it adds up over time for sure. Alright, my last tip for you is think about your display. How are you going to display your art? I use pro panel walls. These are really good for being able to hang the pictures on the wall. I also have a white tent. A lot of shows require your tent to be white, and make sure it's one that has Velcro walls, because if you're doing a 3-day show like the one I'm doing right now, you're going to want to be able to close up your tent. That way you don't have to unpack and pack everything every single night. So that is really important. Okay, a few bonus tips. Make sure that you are displaying who you are as an artist. So that means having a bio. I have one right here. I also, if you can see in the background, I have this banner. It gives kind of a timeline of what I've done as an artist, and that gets people invested in you as an individual. They might like your art, but they're going to like your work more if they like you as a person. Alright, those are my tips for selling art in person. I hope you have great success. Love to hear about what you do for selling art in person in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe this video, and we'll catch you next week.